Good evening, everybody. We're going to cook chicken chow mein this evening, and we're going to show you how to do it. This is a very delicious dish, and ain't going to be much leftovers because I'm going to down it. What we've done is we've taken a chicken breast and we've baked it in the toaster oven at, what's the temperature?
350.
350 for how long?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, hour and 20 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and take it on out of there, and we're going to skin it. We're going to pull all the chicken off and
let it cool first.
Okay, let it cool, and then we're going to pull the chicken off the bone and the skin and all that, and then break it up into pieces. So
we're not going to use this. Yeah, we're not going to use this skin. We're going to use the broth though in the
meal. Save the broth.
If it doesn't have too much fat in it.
Take the broth from your bake and throw it in the pan. Got your medium saucepan. What's your temperature?
I'm not cooking it yet. Oh, this?
Oh.
Oven?
No, I meant on the pan that you put the oil in, or.
No, I'm not cooking that yet. I'm just putting it aside for now.
All right. Well, right now, what we're going to do next is cut up this chicken after it cools off just a.
Because we like more celery than comes in the can.
That's right. We're adding extra celery to our dinner.
We're also going to add more.
What are you pulling out of it?
The leaves.
Okay.
We're also going to add more.
Don't want the leaves.
We're also going to add more water chestnuts because we love them. So
okay. I
buy a can of small water chestnuts already sliced.
Yep.
And take about 10 out.
Okay.
And put 10 in little baggies, different little baggies, and then I stick them back in and freeze them. So that we can have some every meal.
Now what are you doing with that?
I'm going to boil the celery for a few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
So that it'll be ready.
So you're going to boil that celery.
Cooked.
How long do you boil it?
Don't know exactly. Sometimes I don't boil it enough and it's raw, remember?
Okay, well it depends on how you like your celery. If you like it crunchy, don't boil it as much. But if you like it soft like I do, then boil the shit out of it.
I try to boil it for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
I think.
So you got some more celery there?
Yeah, but I'm not going to use it. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going to use that.
Oh, okay.
Now
put a lid on it?
Little bit of salt in there.
Okay.
Not much though, because the soy sauce.
All right. About how much was that? About a teaspoon?
No.
Oh, just a pinch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because the soy sauce has a lot of salt in it.
Okay.
Well, the kind I buy is low sodium. It's light soy sauce. La Choy.
Oh.
That's what you want, okay?
Okay.
You want La Choy.
Okay.
You want La Choy. Chop suey vegetables.
Let's see that.
I know. We told you we was making chow mein, and we're using chop suey vegetables.
Okay, well there you go, folks. That's what you need to know, though. That's a good thing that you need to know. You're making chow mein, but use chop suey vegetables off the can, or out of the can.
The thing is,
what's that you got there?
This is La Choy chow mein noodles, so we're having a mixed up supper, but it's so good anyway.
Okay, yes it is. You're right about that.
And
it's one thing I've eaten all my life, and I come over here to get it every time she cooks it.
Swanson chicken broth, low sodium.
Let's look at that. Let's take a look at that. Okay, natural goodness.
And there's no MSG in this.
Sometimes things happen in my life, and I have to say that. Oh, goodness.
That's why I use this one. It has no MSG in it.
No MSG.
Okay. Now I'm going to open that can. And I have arthritis in my hands.
See, this can has a top on it like a beer. Don't get that confused with your drinks, folks. This is for cooking. All right, not for drinking.
For drinking. I have arthritis in my hands, so
she got a can opener.
I complained to Progresso that I couldn't open their cans of soup, so they they sent me a little thing that helps me to open it. Isn't that nice?
That was good,
A
but
freebie.
it was behind your hand. We couldn't really see it.
Oh, well, here it
So-
is. There it is. Now, I'm not going to put all that broth in there. I'm going to put some in a measuring cup
Okay.
because I'm going to have to mix
So what'd you do? Put about a quarter of it in the pan?
most of it.
Most of it.
I put about half a cup in the measuring cup because I'm going to have to mix some cornstarch to thicken it.
All right. Got some
And-
cornstarch.
Here is our dessert.
There you go.
A choy.
Fortune cookie.
Right.
Okay.
Kev loves these.
Yep, I like the fortune cookies. And in here, over in the toaster oven at the moment, we're cooking a couple of egg rolls. We're going to toast those up to a good one.
I'm putting some soy sauce in here. I don't measure, okay? I just shake it a few times.
Yep, depends on how much you like. That's how much you put in. Just throw some soy sauce in there. And get all this stuff going. And while that's cooking, I believe she's going to be starting to cut up the chicken.
No, I'm gonna let the chicken cool off a little bit first. If the chicken doesn't cool off first, then it's not going to cut right. It's going
Oh,
it
okay.
needs to cool off some first.
Right, you got to get the texture correct.
I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit.
All right, okay.
If you can stop me from eating the skin,
Well,
ooh, I love
you can
it.
have the skin because I don't care for it.
Love it. Now I'm going to use my new handy dandy can opener.
Handy
Electric.
dandy.
My electric one. Sometimes I don't know how to do it.
Electric can opener.
Try it. Not working.
Okay.
Working now.
Manual can openers work totally better than anything.
They do, and I have one, but I have arthritis in my fingers, and sometimes
Okay.
it hurts. So
There you go.
now I'm going to drain.
She's going to drain
Leave the lid on and drain all the broth, all the water.
all the liquid out of the can of chop suey mix. And drain it all off.
Otherwise, it thins out your
Stew.
cornstarch mix.
Oh, okay.
If you don't. Okay.
It thins out your income. No, just kidding. Let's see. What you got going over there? What are you doing now?
These are the thawed out.
Oh, those are the water chestnuts. Okay. All right, folks. Look here. We're gonna have to use some cornstarch now.
For thickening.
And the liquid that you put in your measuring cup earlier, we're gonna put that cornstarch right in there with that. How much cornstarch are you using?
Well, I'm using 3 of these.
3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons, but not measuring tablespoons.
She's using
Just
3 heaping tablespoons.
three spoonfuls that you use for soup.
Yeah. That's gonna thicken it up.
Hopefully.
It will, it will.
Well, it will, but sometimes if you don't let it cool the rest of it off before you put the leftovers in the fridge and put a lid on it, it seems to,
So do you stir that up and mix it up, or
yeah,
there you go.
thicken it. It seems to create a problem. The broth thins out if you leave the lid on it before it cools off.
Okay.
The moisture that it creates in there thins out the juice too much.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you won't have a nice.
Oh, I
You
see.
want it for leftover
Like
for lunch
okay.
or something.
Kind of like evaporation.
All right, I'm gonna turn on the burner underneath the broth,
And that's the medium saucepan.
and I'm gonna put it on high, but only to get it going, and then I have to put it.
So
on
you're gonna
medium.
kick up the heat real quick just to get it started. Then you're gonna lower it.
Then I have to put it on medium.
Okay, and this is on an electric stove, folks. If you've got a gas stove, it's a little bit different. Probably it'll heat it up pretty quickly. So this is just using a regular old electric stove.
This is the nice stove top that my son put in for me
Oh, your son put
that
the
he got from the Goodwill for $11.
your son put that stovetop on for you?
Yes, he did.
Oh, is that stainless steel?
Well, we thought it was, but
Oh,
it seems to be rusting a little bit in
oh,
places. So
something's- yeah.
I
Well,
think we might not have made the best decision in the world, but
what brand is
it
that?
looks a lot nicer
May have to get another one.
than it used to. The other one used to. It's a
Okay,
Westing Frigidaire.
So we're focused in on the medium saucepan now while it comes to a boil real quick, and then you're gonna lower the temp.
I'm gonna check this celery and see how it's going.
Okay. How's your celery going?
I don't know. Can't. I'm trying to.
Is it too soft to pick up? Already?
No.
Nope, not ready
Not
yet.
ready yet.
Okay. Boil your celery about as much as you'd boil. Okay.
To do something with the egg rolls? Or?
Nope. Our boil has just come to heat, so as you'll see, she took it off the burner and set it on away from the heat. Okay, and here in just a minute, she's going to pour the mixture of cornstarch and the rest of the liquid in there to thicken it. And at the same time, as she's doing that, she's going to continue to chop up the chicken.
It's still boiling, but it's on medium now, so that the cornstarch can cook a little bit for a few minutes. You gotta stir. You gotta stir it until it thickens. Don't walk away; you'll end up with great big blobs.
Okay. Got to stay there and keep it stirred. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Stir until it gets nice and until it gets thick, like a gravy.
Yeah.
I just broke my own rule.
What was your own rule?
I quit stirring it for a minute,
Uh-oh.
but I caught it in time. It won't-
Okay.
it'll be
Just don't
okay.
let it sit too long or else it'll start clumping up on you. Boy, it's really raining good out there, isn't it?
Yep. We needed some rain, I think. I don't know how much it rained yesterday.
Okay, so you're going to stir that up and then,
Then I'm going to throw in that can, and then I'm going to cut the chicken and throw the chicken in and let it sit for a few minutes.
are you about ready to throw that can in there?
Yep.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, the can of the chop suey vegetables
Yeah, with the...
that you put the extra water chestnuts in.
Right.
Now you're going to dump that in there and stir it in real good.
Boiling a little bit now, and it's thickened
Yep.
some.
Okay.
So,
Drop it off in there, y'all. Put it in there. Don't cut your hand, Mom. You can't be putting your hand in a can like that now.
well, these cans,
Well,
that
you,
new can opener doesn't leave a sharp edge like
well,
doesn't.
you know, you're trying to teach people how to cook something,
Well,
and
that's true,
somebody might
right.
cut their hand and want to come back and sue you. Say, well, this is how you told me to do
Do
it.
not put your hand in a can
That's
that's
right.
been open.
And don't drink out of it.
Dangerous.
Don't lick the lid.
And recycle your cans,
Yeah, you can recycle them.
please.
Or you can hang them from the back of your car. If
Because I
you...
want my grandchildren to have a nice earth to live on.
So you put all that stuff in there and you've mixed it up and now you're going to let it simmer.
I'm going to let it simmer with covered a little bit
Okay.
while I get the
Put that right in the sauce there. And the chicken's all cut up into little pieces. Look at that plate of chicken there. That's like...
Not very little pieces, nice sized chunks, because
Yep. About dice. About the size of a dice.
if you make them too small, then they fall apart, and you don't want that.
Okay, everything's done and cooked now, and we've got a plate of these chow mein noodles. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of spoonfuls on the plate
Oh, does it look good?
over the top of the noodles.
Look at that.
Yep.
You want me to put yours on?
Yeah, just go ahead and give me a couple of spoonfuls over the top of that and spread it out a little. looks really good. Kind of a little bit more.